Hey guys, well, it's a beautiful Easter Sunday, and it's been a beautiful weekend all the way around. And I haven't worked on the International at all yet, but it's, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. And I'm going to put all of about an hour into it, so it's going to be a short and sweet video. Had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. As you can see back there, we had backhoe from work home this weekend. Got my wife's chicken coop roofed with steel. Got it moved out back, put on a 10-foot gate into the pasture, set some posts for that. Moved about 150 foot of farm field fence, which included a few corner posts. Hosed down the driveway, put out lawn furniture for the summer, did some mulch, usual, springtime household stuff. So didn't have much time for the International here, but I'm gonna work on it now. I also had a problem where I didn't have enough time this week to get parts rounded up. So let me do the usual. I'm gonna show you what I got and show you what we're gonna do. Hang tight. All right, guys, so here's what we're working on. Hang on. It's Easter Sunday, so beer 30. So what I didn't get this week is I forgot my 4-inch axle nut socket. I have one ordered now, but obviously it's not here, so we can't finish the axle today. But I think that's just as well, because where I'm at with this, you can see I straightened that up a lot. Spent a little time on it Friday, I think it was. I took this to a couple fab shops, a couple machine shops. Machine shop said, yeah, I can make you, a flange basically that I could bolt on over top of that. Be a couple $100 because they want to turn it on a lathe. Fab shop, could cut something out, plasma cut it for me, whatever. What they're like weeks behind right now. I just don't feel like waiting that long. So I cleaned it up good. You can see, that's nice and true now. I think we're going to be fine. So it basically rust jacked itself out, I think is what it was. So we got some RTV. We're going to seal that up good. And then I think it works out just as well that we let that sit before we put any fluid to it. So next weekend we'll put fluid to it. We'll have that axle nut socket so we can torque the bearings properly. Then I can get a jack under one side at a time, tilt the truck up, get oil to flow over to the bearings on each side, retop the pig with gear oil, and then we can be done with that rear end. So so today I'm basically going to put the RTV on and get the yoke back on, drive shaft bolted back up, and be sitting good there. The other thing, I did make a trip to the nut and bolt store and got, because I don't really think that guy should go back on. The International dealer was unable to find that for me, but local nut and bolt shop had what I was looking for, so that's awesome. Took them some samples of lug nuts and axle nuts, and so we've got a whole bunch of brand new castellated my hub nuts, and we've got some, these are the rears, these are my rear lug nuts, and my fronts. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these yet. I was really hoping they'd be plated in some way, but these I think are just oiled, so I don't know. To be honest with you, I might not even use them. I'm not sure, but regardless, we've got them. So what else is new in the world of the International? Oh, if you look close there, can we zoom? Oh yeah, what's in the back of Nancy? Looks like 6 tires and wheels off of a school bus. So I talked to my tire guy. I'd ran the idea of running some used tires. I keep going back and forth. I definitely want something smaller. Let's zoom back in here. I want something smaller than these 10 120s that are on the rear. They're just too big for this truck. There's a little baby medium duty. I like this. This works for me. That's the original 920s. So talked to my tire guy, like I said, and first we started talking about takeoffs of some metric, low pros. So 275, or I'm sorry, 275, 85s, or 295, 75, somewhere in that neighborhood, 22.5s, because that's what those wheels in the back of the truck are. Those are 22.5s for Dayton's. So he ended up calling me back. We talked it over some more, and the route I'm going to go is I'm going to put some recaps, some inexpensive recaps on my drives, you know, in one of those low pro metric sizes that's going to be real close to these 920s, and then do some takeoff steers. They'll probably off a school bus or a, you know, a wrecker, you know, medium duty wrecker, something that takes low pros. He's got those sitting there. He's got the recaps ready to rock. He's got casings ready for him to send them out to get capped. So I'm gonna drop those off tomorrow morning to him. He's gonna dismount that junk that's on them right now. We're gonna send those wheels out to be blasted and painted, or blasted and powder coated, I should say. And once they're back, he's gonna mount these up, and we're gonna have almost brand new rubber. Be used on the frontier, but brand new on the back. I'm never gonna have problems with recaps. I mean, I refuse to run recaps on anything at work. I went away from them, 10 years ago now, and I rarely, if ever, have a failure on virgin rubber. Recaps, I had problems nonstop. Didn't matter whether it was 19.5, 22.5, you name it. But for this application, I'm not worried about recaps. The old International here is, you know, not going to see a lot of miles, so I think I'll be just fine with that. So that's where that sits. I think that's about it, to be honest with you. You like the antifreeze leak we got there? It's the same leak I've had. It's around the lower neck. I'm going to try to seal it up, but that might just be is what it is until I get that radiator fixed. At any rate, I'm going to get to work on this axle, and let's see what we can get accomplished here. Well, fellas, this is going to be a real short video because nothing is happening today. This is one of the frustrating things about working on weekends. When the brand new tube of Ultra Blue RTV you bought is hard as a rock, right off the shelf at the auto parts store. Stuck the poker of the silicone or the glue gun down in there, and hard as a rock, won't push. It's just a bad tube, so take that back and get a replacement on Monday. But so since I can't work on the axle, I'm gonna try to accomplish something anyway. So you see I got my range selector and shift knob off, and I've got my plate here that I had previously cut out, and I found some stick-on foam gasket that I had, so I'm just going to do that so it's removable. So I'm going to get that screwed on with some self-tappers, and then we'll get that shift boot on. All right, guys, well, finished product. We've got a sealed up shifter. I got to do a little bit at the top of the boot, but otherwise it's done. Went over to the bus, tried to get the seat out of it, the driver's seat I'm going to use on this, and was unsuccessful. I need a generator and some power tools over there, so it's a project for another day. But anyway, we got a little something done. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a happy Easter.